How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop, and I'm just kind of getting things squared away here a little bit, and to get this rolling right. So let's see here. So how's everybody looking so far? That should have a picture now. So how you doing, Stan? Who we got here? Eric, Danny's on. Craig is there. Yeah, yes, Dan. All expenses paid. Trip to the bash. Oh, there you go. You can be the winner, I think. Anyway, why am I doing a live feed? So, I I just thought I'd do a test of my new internet system I have set up, and I installed a bridge connection between the shop and the house, and the same as I use the same equipment that Tom Zlickman used, and I tell you this works awesome. I have super speed, I should say, between the house and the modem now on my internet, and I think this should work really good to be able to do live feeds from the shop. And I hope everything sounds good. The camera I use and the microphone I use, I put in the description, and the software I'm using. I did not list the bridge connection equipment. But I will get that up on there so you guys know what I used. Other than that, I've been a really busy week, and I saw that you saw the dam videos, and I finished the dams, and we had an inspection by the engineers yesterday from NRCS, so hopefully they're gonna say, oh, it's all good. And next, I dug some footings for a studio with the backhoe, and that's why it prompted a lot of work on the backhoe. I do have some springs coming for it. One of my viewers there, Eric, up in the Bay Area, sent me some springs, and I don't think they're going to be stiff enough, but I'm waiting for some of the urethane type springs. I'm going to try those in there, even though I think it will work without any springs. You might have to be a little gentle. The thing's very difficult to control, I should say. It's very old, and it's not that it's worn out, but the design of their hydraulics and that chain mechanism really sucks. So you have to be very gentle on the controls to get it smooth. Hello, Frank. How you doing from San Leandro? Yeah, I've talked to Frank before. I grew up in San Leandro. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that's up in the Bay Area, and I grew up there. So it was not too far from where one the other viewer, Eric, has his business, Turner Tooling. How you doing, Wes? Steven? Hey, how you doing? Just to fall, I can't say your name there, but a better connection than last live feed. Yes, I've done a lot of work to set this up here in the shop with the bridge connection. It took me installation work, I should say, and getting it mounted on the house, getting the Cat 5 cable down and into the house, and hooked up to the modem, and then the antenna in the shop, and all that. And then a router, of course, in the shop. So I have an independent network up here, and it works it's working fantastic. It says I have super low latency. I think about 40 milliseconds. It's saying, as far as tests go. So that's really good. What else? I probably could play games, I guess, live. If you're below 50, they say it's really good. Hi, Michael in Oklahoma. There. Let's see. I'm trying to read some of these here. Converted an old wireless router to do the same thing. Yeah, but this has an awesome speed rate between on the bridge, And I've less than $300 into all of this. So it's not that expensive, but it sure works extremely well. Yeah, valve springs. Valve springs would be too soft. I tried some motorcycle ones my son gave me, and they're just too soft. And car ones I think will still be too soft. Yeah, no problem there, Ian, for the stickers there. Blue Wolf. Oh, hey, how you doing? Used the chain design for a long time. Don't remember springs on it though. Yeah, Wes. I that's the way I got it. Had a couple springs on it. I don't think it needs them anyway. Thank you, Stan. There. Yeah, not a single glitch. That's good. That's pretty nice. Oh, Active Adam. Hey, Lance and Patrick. I was talking to Lance and Patrick on emails today. Yeah. Bill Lewis. Hi, Bill. Brenda. Down in Brandon. It's Brendan. Brendan Gibbons down in Arkansas. Jumped up off the bridge. No, not today. Gilbert down in Florida. Cape Cod CNC. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is good. A few more things I thought I'd tell you what's going on. I got a little project on the mill. I was just setting up before the live feed. Do some boring. Bore out a carburetor adapter plate for a friend. He's loaning his trailer to me, so I told him I'd trade him and bore this plate out for him. And then I have the video for the steering rack. Video's been shot, and I'm working on the editing for that, which I don't know if you guys know. What we did is we took a 2007 Tundra steering rack, rack and pinion steering rack, and modified it to fit into a Tacoma. I think it's a Gen 2 Tacoma. My son's a fancy truck. And it is working really well. So that's all installed, and we got some video on that. And then we did a walk around video I'm going to put up on Saturday after I get the editing done on that. Showing all the things he's done to this truck and how it's really not a regular Tacoma truck anymore. And we even got some footage of driving it around and on the back roads. So that's going to come out on Saturday. I hope that's the plan. What else here? We're trying to get a lot of stuff done outside, but boy, did it get hot. Down in the valley in Fresno, it's supposed to be 111, I think, by Sunday. So it's going to be 100 plus here. It's going to be a hot one. Well, we're working on things outside as summer goes here. Just normal stuff. Firewood, obviously, always firewood. Wish I had a better internet connection. Yeah. 500 up, 6 down. Yeah, mine's better than that. I did a test on my internet. Ran one of those test things on the computer today, and I had 2 and 2.6 up, I think it was. So that's pretty good. And boy, it's hard to read and talk here at the same time. I was going in Southern Ontario. Yeah, Sean, thank you. Scott Tyndall, how you doing, Scott? I'm also we're going to be making a trip here in August back to Oregon again. That'll be the 3rd time this year, and I'm working on hopefully visiting the Essential Craftsman up there and saying hi. We're going to be in Roseburg, and that's where he's at. And I'm going to plan on hopefully get to stop in and meet Scott up there in Roseburg and go see his. I want to go see his spec home he's building and stuff. Maybe even visit his shop. So I'm in communication with them on setting that up, and we might be able to squeeze in another thing on the way up there. I'm going to be talking to the guy I know at Derek's, and I'm going to try to get a tour of the Derek's facility up there. And that's where Derek's stuff is all made, is in Ashland. Even though probably some of it's overseas, but they have a factory, and that's where their home is, in Ashland, Oregon. Hey EJ, how you doing? Oh, Clark at Windy Hills, how you doing? Thanks for our classic restorations also. Sweater weather in Arizona, 111. Yeah. Well, it's just I got to maybe 98 here today, or in the high 90s today. I didn't check, but it's pretty warm. Wildfire forecast. Well, we've had, I bet you we've had a dozen already, small ones. So there was just one yesterday down in lower altitude there. The elevation is just outside the valley and starting in the foothills, and they got on that, and it took them only a day or two to get that out, but it only got to a few hundred acres. But that's it's quite a ways from us, and it would have to burn through two burn areas to get to us, so that's not going to happen. Hey, Bill, how you doing? That's Bill Nevergall there. And Derek's folks are great. Yeah, just a small piece this week. Yeah. I've talked to Richard up there at Derek's. He's the head of customer support, I think, and he was a great help in me getting drawings from Derek's for the drill grinder parts, so I'd like to stop in and see him and get a tour. He said to do it anytime, so I'll hopefully be able to talk to him this week. Remember, climate change isn't real. I don't agree. You're right. I'm not a climate change advocate. You're absolutely right, EJ. Let's see. Other than that, what else we got going? Kind of doing some cleanup in the shop. I got rid of one computer, so I'm down to only 3 computers in the shop now, which should be just fine. Should work out okay, and getting them in better locations, especially now that I have a full-on network set up here in the shop. And this computer is actually hardwired right, a Cat5 right into the router here, and then to the bridge, and then hardwire right to the router in the house. And I think that adds to a lot of why it works so well. Andy Wyatt in the UK. How you doing? It's 1 a.m. here. Well, Andy, you're up awful early, I guess, or you're just a night guy. Yeah, I hope to. I'm doing all this so I can do hopefully more live streams, and I want to maybe have a thing where I can do some interviews of people actually, and by doing to do the interview thing, do the remote kind of interview. I'll be here in my shop, and somebody else will be somewhere else, right? And be able to talk to Mr. Pete maybe, or anybody who wants to do it, just about, and we can have a nice conversation thing going. That will be using Skype at the other end and things like that. I think I can do it now that I have such a good internet connection. How does your in Reading? Yeah, my brother-in-law lives right outside of Reading. He's out there in Millville. So yeah, I know all about Reading. That is an oven there. Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of what my plan is, to maybe be able to do some of that interview type of thing, and do more live feeds maybe once a week, and actually discuss a topic. So if you guys have some topics we could do or talk about, just let me know. What else? So I've really been working with the software stuff, and if you go like with this view on there now, well, yeah, as it's going to update here, with the view I have on there now, you can actually go full screen on your computer or your TV, and you'll be able to read all the comments right here. You won't actually have to watch the chat list in the I should say, when you're watching it on YouTube. Well, you're watching it on YouTube, but you don't have to see the chat box, I should say. If you go to full screen mode, you can just watch that, and you should have a really good picture. I'm using full HD stuff. It's the side camera the lower camera there on the side is not, well, it's HD, but it's an older camera, I should say. I think I'm going to replace that so I have at least 2 cameras, and they'll both be the same, which is way better color, lighting, and all that good stuff. But you know, like I said, in the future, it'd be nice to be able to actually, you know, use a machine and do it live, where if somebody has a question about how to operate or how to thread or questions about whatever, maybe I can help out and do that. Interviews, extra credit if Roscoe shows up. Yeah, well, Roscoe's going to be in the next video, actually. That's EJ, yeah. How much are you new scribes? How much is shipping to Colorado Eves is a killer. Just a killer. I do it as cheap as I can. As cheap as I can do just one scribe. It's probably going to be like $11 now, I think. It's somewhere around there. And the new scribe it's $20. So let's see. Oh, it's 80 degrees in England. Wow. Mid Hudson, how you doing? Greg, hey Greg in Colorado, how you doing? Yeah, Greg, how's this live stream? I was watching yours the other day, and I tell you, it takes a lot of work to sit down and figure out the software and you know, get all the connection working together, and then integrating with YouTube and all that stuff. It does take a little bit to do, you know, like I said, this is kind of cool having all the different, you know, you can have all these different options as far as things go. It's kind of different. Now that one got rid of the chat. The chat's supposed to be in the red here. Oh, there it is. But let me know how that full screen thing works if you guys, if people do that. And you can see, like I said, you should be able to see the chat. Placerville, Jim. Oh, Jim is Placerville, California. Stream is great. Yeah, hey Greg. Yeah, if you got Greg, if at Greg's garage there, yeah, if you have Skype or get Skype set up, and we'll do an interview. I'll do an interview with you, and we'll do a dual live stream. That would be kind of cool. It's not exactly the same on each screen. The blue, yeah. As I said, this is the older camera here with the red background, and it's with the lighting. I have all LED lighting in the shop, and getting it to be so it has the right color is a little bit of me playing with it, and this is about as best as I could get to be pretty close. I played with a lot today. It's well on full screen, yeah. Okay, I was wondering about that there, Wes. You know, whether it's grainy, it shouldn't be. Rockin' J Metalworks. John, hello. How you doing? It's great when one confuser works with another. Yeah, yeah, Roy, I'll agree with that. How's the sound? You know, because I don't have headphones on or anything like that, and it makes it a little different. So I don't know how the sound is. Yep, Placerville, California. Yeah. Yeah. My mom's side of the family were raised and grew up in Auburn, and up in Kingvale and Auburn both, and so I know that area really quite well. Yeah, Greg. So sounds good. Let's talk on email. Maybe we'll get something set up. That'd be fun to do. Sound is great. Oh, thank you. I don't know, Active Adam. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to, whether it's Lance, Patrick, or what there. Northern Ontario. Sounds good. Tinker Mouse. Hey, Harold. How you doing? We'll have to get Harold on, and I'll do an interview with Harold. Oh, the chair squeak. Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go. Got rid of that thing. That thing is terrible. It's really old. I mean, that chair is 50s or 60s vintage chair. But it's really loose and it's loud as can be. So Tony's in Ontario. Yeah, there's yeah. You guys, tell me what doesn't work and what does work. And I know the lighting on the back window on that side camera. When the sun's out there, right now the sun's off of it. When the lighting's out there, that really bad backlight. So I need a banner or something to cover that window. I don't have curtains in the shop. Hello from Athens, Georgia. Oh yeah, no, that RPM there. Thank you, and Ben, thank you. Hey Ben, I got your hat, so that'll be in a fishing video. Hopefully not too long. I'm gonna get some more fishing in, I think. Today I have a hat from Tools for Machines, and it's right there. It says Tool for Machines. Thank you, Gary. Gave me a nice American flag. So I thought it was quite an appropriate hat to wear. And Cape Cod CNC, American flag. And what else here? We got, I have a bunch of hats. I have a lot of Tennessee hats. And Ben Butler there, thank you. Yeah, Ben sent me a actual Bill Dance hat signed by Bill Dance. So I will take it fishing. We had a good our second trip up there. That was for the Sisters Quilt Show. That's why we went, and I went along, of course, but I went fishing every day except one day I didn't go. So I got some really good fishing in and had a really good time up there. Fluid film. I'm not sure what fluid film means, Classic Restoration. Amateur Home Shop from Long Beach. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Yeah, I can't go wrong with the flag. I agree with that. East Beauregard Parish. Now, is that Louisiana? I'm not sure where East Beauregard, I can't even say that, parish is. But let's see, what else we got going? Too many things. Shoot. Yeah. Cleaning up a lot of messes. I don't kiss the fish. Louisiana. Okay. That's what I figured. It must be Louisiana. Old Iron Lover, how you doing? I haven't been doing too much 3D printing. But one thing I did notice, 3D printing was very interesting. So it's usually about 60 to 65 in the shop in the wintertime. And when the temperatures went up, and now it's 30 degrees warmer in the shop, I had to back off the temperature on the printing head and, well, not on the bed. I just did it on the print head, the printing temperature of the filament, and that made a big difference. Backed it off 5 degrees and much better prints with the hot weather. No, Tony, I haven't done any really gold panning around here. But I have friends that do it, and they do find gold. I probably should. Actually, I bought a nugget from a friend about, not quite 40 years ago, but probably 35 years ago, 6 years ago. And that he found in the river near us here, a real nice nugget. It was like 1/3 of an ounce. It was fairly big. I bought that from him and had a necklace made for my wife. So she had some really nice, it's a really nice nugget, local gold out of the river. South Korea, John, how you doing? So, John, in South Korea, my nephew is stationed in South Korea. He just went over there about a month or so ago. He's with the Army, and he's stationed over there now. So I think he's going to be over there for like 3 years, he told me. So you're late. Okay, yeah. Well, no penalty points if you're late. That's okay. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of gold. Tony, there's a lot of gold in our area. A lot of creeks, a lot of mines, a lot of old mines from clear back in the 1800s, and shafts, and you find equipment and remnants of that. Dredging in the 30s, down in 40s in the river that's really close to us, the South Fork of the Merced, and they had hotels, and you can even see the wagon wheel ruts right in the bedrock going down the hill where they're dragging the brakes. It's really kind of a very neat area to live in for the history. Highway 49 is named for the 49ers. It's called the Golden Highway here in California. We're only a couple miles. We're about I don't know, the highway's probably 9 miles as a crow flies away, if that. Maybe less than that, actually. Amateur Home Shop, just saw the Derek series. The straps are either my 2 holders break in. I'm going to be knocking on your door. Those 3D printed straps look great. Yeah, if you want the files for the 3D printed straps, yeah, let me know. I'll just send you the files. I probably should put them on Thingiverse or something like that. Oh, I'm doing fine there, Old Iron Shops. Civilian contractor, Camp Humphreys. Yeah, I don't know where. I can't remember where he's at. He's in Southern Korea, I think, somewhere at a base there. Yeah, he's. I think he's with the Signal Corps type stuff. He does computer stuff, I think, that type of thing. But I can't, I don't know what base he's at exactly. And I don't know South Korea very well. We sent some ships over there when I was working for Exxon, but I never went over. Old steam equipment out there. Well, actually, south of us, up near Shaver Lake, if you want to look that up, that's south of us. There is a group up there that has restored some donkey engines and winches and boilers, and they actually run that, for demonstrations, and they have some other interesting stuff up there. I've been up there a couple times, and pretty interesting to see that. Blue toolboxes are doing fantastic. I haven't been full yet. I'm still moving stuff around, getting used to stuff where it's at, and making a little more organization and getting some more things in there so I can clean up. I really want to get another one, so I'm working on that. It's time for cutting tool designer there. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Bed back on the East Coast. Time for the bed back on the East Coast. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. None whatsoever. Have I got a printed case to hold all 7 of the scribes? Oh boy. I don't know. Danny, I don't think there's very many people that have all 7. Maybe 3. Cam at Battler, say how you doing? You said good day. If you say good day, I assume you're in Australia. Old iron shops. You want to find what? Find a boiler? answer to anything. Cindy might not like it though. Yeah, yeah. You got to kind of watch anything of smoke here. Uh, how many amp service do I have in the shop? Well, I have 200 amps coming in from the street, and that the shop, house, everything is off of that. So yeah, in my machines, my three-phase machines, I have one, two, three, one, two, three. I have four three-phase machines, and I run VFDs on them all. No, three of them I run VFDs, and the Hardich turret lay, the DSM 59, I run a rotary phase converter. Because of that, why I do a rotary phase converter on that one, because of the control system that's already on the machine. It's the way it works. A VFD is not going to give you anything more, really. So you don't really need to have that enhancement of a VFD. So a rotary phase converter works just perfect with that. Tony, scribes. I have that new style, just the basic scribe. That's all I have in stock right now. I'm gonna wait till fall, probably, before I make any of the two-piece, the screw together type scribes. That's my plan. I just don't have the time right now this summer. We have a lot other stuff going on, and so what I want to do is maybe try to make some up before the Good of the Land Fest, so I can take some with me down there. So we're looking probably September before I start making anything, and the weather will cool off, and it's a little more comfortable to do that. And one thing I want to say, hey Bill, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. What do I want to say? Now I lost that. I was reading the stuff, and I'm saying hi to people. Mike Clayton in Christchurch, New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I've only been to Auckland in that area, but man, it's just beautiful. I went out in the countryside and all that. I was there for 4 days, long time ago, back in '76. Beautiful there, just beautiful. Yeah, I want to make more scribes. They're very time consuming, and but I have some back of my mind some ideas on the scribe thing, and so I don't want to divulge that quite yet because I don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah, Dennis, no problem. Helping Mr. Pete was just a pleasure, just literally for me a pleasure to do. He was somebody I thought I'd never meet him. So because him and I have become pretty good friends. So that's we get along really well. I just so excited that he came out. For everybody to meet him out here on the West Coast, and maybe he'll do it again. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to convince him to go to the Good of the Land Fest. So, the live feed thing. If you don't know this, but live feed stuff is mostly for your subscribers. You do it. It's mostly for subscribers. You're not doing it for all the non-subscribers, really. There'll be people who watch it afterwards and all that, but for the most part, really, subscribers are the ones who watch your live feeds. So I'm gonna use the live feed thing to tell you more relevant what's happening in my shop, what I'm doing, right now, type of stuff, and what I'm working on, or things like that. So this is a way for me to get that information out real quick and stuff. That's what I want to use it for, too. Tony, yeah, Thingiverse. I think it's just Randy Richard in the shop. If you just type that in, I think you'll find me. I think that's what it is. I only have one thing on Thingiverse. That's the oil can. So that's. But I want to get some more stuff on there. All this stuff takes so much time. It's unbelievable. Tony, yeah, email me all my tools. I only do it with emails. Otherwise, I will not remember. I have done a few things through messaging and things like that, but I prefer emails. In the end, you're going to send me an email. Just send me an email, and I'll send you the information and all that stuff. Oh, Everett. Hey, Everett, how you doing up there? Hi, Doozer. Everything to do a video on your tractor. I bought a New Holland and I did a few fix-up videos on my shop channel. A few of us has compact tractors. I can. Yeah. I've done a little bit of things to mine. Not a lot, I would say, but I added the hydraulic control valve for the grapple, and modify the grapple to go on there. And I used the living daylights out of that thing. But other than that, I have quite a few implements, I should say. I have a grapple, a bucket. What else? I have a mower, brush hog type, 5 foot, Canon box, with rippers, forklift, for the take off the bucket and put on a set of forks. Some of those. I have a blade that I made that goes on the front. I made two of them, two blades, one for my ex-brother-in-law and one for myself. He got a 16-foot grater blade, and I cut that, and we modified it to work on one on his tractor and one on mine. So, and I have a disc for disc in the orchard and things like that. Loud drill grinder parts on Thingiverse. Oh, well, I guess I could. Didn't I send you the files? I thought I sent the files to you. Yeah, I could put them on Thingiverse, I guess. You need a new sticker from you on my new portable bench. I'll send you some new tools. Okay, good deal, Dennis. I'll send you some. Stickers. Steve, how you doing in Kentucky? Grapple. Yeah, you know what? Grapple. I wish I had one of those 30 years ago. That is the best implement ever for being here in the woods and the cleanup stuff, and what we do with it is just incredible how much we use that. Ace Davis, hey, how are you? Where are you at? Wayne. Oh, Wayne Woods. How you doing? Hey, he printed the big part. Oh, wow. Yeah, the loud drill grinder. I tell you, that part was a bear to model. Just a bear. All the rest of the parts were easy. Yeah. Shoot, I'm trying to think of anything else I got going. That's about all I got really going. What else? I'm thinking on. This is something I'm thinking on. These are the collets these are the collets I use. These are a Type 21 collet in the Hardage, and I have almost a full set of these. There's just a few probably I'm missing, and these are by 64th of an inch, and so it's pretty extensive. And I'd like to be able to use these collets in other ways, since I have a full set of these. Because my 5C collet collection is is minimal. I think it's just a minimal set of them, 16 or something. I don't have very many. But I'll have a set of these, and these are really nice collets. Most of them are all Hardage. I think maybe all of them are Hardage collets. They're really nice, and they're in good shape. They're not really worn out or anything. I picked up a few on eBay. They're getting to be harder to find, but they're really nice. So I'm thinking of making a collet block for these, so I can use them, in the milling machine, to hold things, to mill things. Things like that, or I could just take the collet block and throw it in the big chuck in the Lance lathe, and hold it in the chuck. So I'm kind of thinking on that. It's kind of a complicated thing because these collets aren't pull type collets. These are push. They're up against a fixed piece, and then you have to push on them to close them. So they don't move and change distance. So these are really they're really nice. So it's a little bit different setup, and so it's going to have to be a kind of a fancy block. But I'm thinking about that. I've already started drawings on it. In the last few weeks, I made some of these. These are out of stainless. These are for a Lamborghini car. I don't know if anybody follows Built Industries on Instagram, and he's down in Fresno, and here and there I make some parts for him for mounting basically exhaust systems, and I make some of his parts for him. So it's not a lot of parts, eight here, 6 here, things like that. He doesn't need a lot of them, but he does a highly custom exhaust systems for fancy cars. He does just beautiful work. So he needs these special mounts for the exhaust systems to fit on the cars and stuff. So yeah, he gets me to. I just hand make them, so I don't have a CNC machine. Gonna work on this. This is not the whole drawing, but this is gonna be a finger pull for my little wooden toolbox that's missing, and I can't seem to find one, so I just gotta make one. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So I'm busy, plenty busy. I have to thank Ken RRINTHESHOP, and he has a channel. Chevelle, oh boy, I can't even remember his channel. Anyway, Ken is up in Fairfield. I was born in Fairfield, actually. And Ken's up there, and I'm working on my truck. I have the airbag light is on, and I couldn't read the code, and he sent me a scanner so I could read that code. And now it's telling me I have shorted wires on a squib, and I don't know how I'm going to find it. That's pretty. I have to tear out I have to tear out the passenger airbag. It looks like so. It's a mess to get that out. I don't work on cars. I don't like working on cars. Yeah, I don't know about being great with confusion there, 360, but I'm probably not half bad. I use it an awful lot. Yeah, Fairfield's close to the old iron shops. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I was born there. I think we moved to there. I only lived there maybe a year or so. I don't think I lived there very long. And then we moved. Then we moved to, I think, Walnut Creek. And then from Walnut Creek, I think we moved to San Leandro. We were in San Leandro a long time. Then we moved to, when I started high school, we moved to Danville in 71. Tools for Machine, got your hat on, Gary. 1970 Chevelle 396. There you go. That's Ken's channel. Right, Cutting Tool Designer. Thank you, Dennis, for filling me the blanks in there. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I see that, Stan. That's why I'm not talking about it. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I can't read all the comments. Yeah, I have a regular viewer, John Bear up in well, he lives in Walnut Creek, actually. Just crank the dickens out and look at the burnt marks. What the? I'm not sure what you're supposed to show and hide there. I don't know. Some of these things that come up, I don't know what they're doing. Uh, what else we got here? We can always go back here. There we go. Good at multitasking, huh? Yeah, got a lot of stuff to do. Too many things to do. Well, you guys, anyway, the subject matters. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably call this. I'm just so glad this all worked out really good, and look forward to putting up the Toyota video there. That'll be a fun one. I think I've had a lot of requests to show my son's truck, and he's got it pretty tuned in of where he's going to keep it. I think now the steering rack was a big deal. We're going to make some new tie rods for it. I think that's materials coming for that for the steering tie rods. We're going to make some custom ones for that. But other than that, he's pretty set on everything. I don't think he's going to be tearing it apart too much more anymore. Was there? You should probably add some of us as moderators. That way he can help you with. I don't know how the moderator thing works, Stan. I haven't really looked into all that and how that works. So I'm not sure what you do there. Take it easy, guys. Active Adam, Lance, and Patrick. Everybody should be checking them out. They do some. They have some long videos, so their videos are awful long. But you know, they're good videos, so. Add web links, boot the trolls. I don't see too many trolls. Just Dennis. Yeah, we'll get the steering thing go. It'll be probably 2 weeks. I have a lot of editing to do on that. Oh, really? You want to be a moderator, Stan? I don't know how to do that. Oh, add moderator. Oh, there we go. There, I made Stan a moderator. I don't know what that does. Show us how it works, Gary. What are we talking about here? I don't know. I don't have trolls. You guys say you have trolls and stuff, and you know, I really don't have any trolls. If there is, they're gone. So I just don't have them. Yeah, time to boot Dennis. Yeah. Yeah, Gary, you want to be a moderator? I figured out how to do that. Boom, Gary's a moderator. How's that? Yeah, Dennis. I thought you were leaving, Dennis. All right, I'm going to end this, you guys. All right. Hey, stay tuned for the next ones. Like I said, I want to do this kind of on a regular type event, maybe once a week and stuff, and we'll maybe get some interviews. And hey, Steve Summers there, and Stan, and Gary. You know, maybe we could do. Maybe you guys are could do the Skype thing with me, and we could set up and do the interview thing. It'd be fun to have some community to interview. That'd be fun to do that. Get things, get some conversations going, maybe. Yeah, Gary, I know you'd be able to know how to do it. It's like I said, you just got to use Skype, and we get it all connected, and I should be able to do it now. Steve, you're a troll? No, you're just kind of short. Oh, David, you're down in Fresno. Oh, wow, that's close. Oh, it's hot down there, David. Get Tom Lipton up there, yeah? Yes, Dan, I've been talking with Tom. No, I use Streamlabs OBS is what I'm using. I put a link to Streamlabs in the description of the video. Mr. Bozo. Now I have a troll. There, now I have a troll. And with an appropriate name. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm going to end this as soon as I figure out how to do it. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll be talking to you soon.